Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Friday, December 10th, 2021. We are in the final day of the trading week, and we're also in the final hour of the trading day. I like to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades at the end of the day because during the day you have the algorithms and you have the day traders. They are in control of the price. I consider it noise. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms and move it to where they believe is the most valid price of the day. They are dealing with the most money. They have extremely smart people, best information, best technology, and I believe by waiting till the end of the day to make your buying and selling decisions, you're gonna have the most valid price based upon your levels. So thank you for coming today. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good trading day. I hope you had a good week. It's always nice to see everyone. I appreciate you coming here, spending time. Hope that the time that you're investing here is paying off for you and helping you become a better trader and an investor. So currently the Dow is up 92 points, 0.26%. NASDAQ up 29 points, up 0.19%, and the S&P is up 22 points, up about 0.5%. So here is the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. Did have a few day trades today that I will share with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board and we're going to take a look at my students' current positions and take a look at where they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. The ability to create a plan and then follow the plan that you created is the most valuable skill you will ever learn in trading, and that's why I like to spend a few minutes there each day. After that, I have gone down through the results of my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal Scanner. I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need a good risk to reward ratio based upon strong support below me and resistance above me. If I'm willing to risk $1,000 on a trade, I need to be able to make 2,000 or more to the upside to make all the asymmetrical math work. And then lastly, I have 7 requirements before I look to enter any trade. Number 1, I have to position size based upon the market's current volatility. Number 2, I need to know what my maximum allowed loss is. Number 3, I need to know where my end of day stop is. Number 4, I need to know where my emergency stop is. Number 5, I need to know where my intraday profit targets are. Number 6, I need to know where significant resistance levels are. And number 7, I need to have a good trailing stop methodology in place. So using those criteria, I will go through the end of day candidates as we get closer to the close, try to narrow it down, look for the best end of day trade. It's also Friday. So weekly bars will be closing today on Friday, and I will also be going through a list of potential weekly trades as well. I like to trade dailies, I like to trade weeklies, I like to trade monthly bars. In my opinion, trading as many different time frames as possible helps to smooth out your equity curve and give you kind of a midpoint, cross point of all the different time frames. Maybe one time frame's working, maybe the other isn't, but I really do like to trade as many different time frames as possible. All right, so as we get closer to the close, I'll try to narrow down the best end of day trade. As we get closer to the close, I'll try to narrow down the best end of week trade as well. And if I find something on the daily and the weekly that I like, I will go ahead and purchase it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer. If you need any clarification on anything, please let me know. I'm happy to clarify. And then if you have any stock symbols that you would like me to look at today, go ahead, put them in the live stream. I will do my very best to get to them before the close of the market. And then lastly, if my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, if you could please wait until the close of the market before telling me about them. That way I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and then the pressure's off, and we'll spend as much time as we need to get everything taken care of. Okay, so that is the plan for today. Hang tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, how is it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me just take care of something right here before we start the podcast, and then we will get it going. Okie dokie smoky. Let me just take care of that. All right, there we go. Let's see who is here today. First of all, we have Michael. Good to see you, Michael. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. There is Steve Burns. Steve, thank you for coming today. Appreciate everything you do for this channel. I mean that. I know everyone else in the podcast feels the same way, and thank you so much. And Paxton Hall, another person I need to thank. Paxton says, hello, Greg and everyone. Happy Friday. We got a ton of snow. Yes, we did. We live in Utah. Paxton and I both live in Utah, and we have a huge amount of snow, and first snow of the year. Okay, let's go over here. All right. Michael says, Apple is solely propping this market. It is a beast. Yes, it is a beast. I have Apple up here right on the 5-minute chart. We had a big reversal bar, false breakout to the upside, and it reversed back down, but it's going right back up. It is a beast. There is Frank. Frank, nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Appreciate you being here as always, sir. You know I mean that, and really appreciate your wonderful poems each day. There is David. Hello, David. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there in Colorado, and hope your trading is going well today also. There's Tracy. Second half of the dynamic duo with Paxton. Good to see you, Trace. Hope you're having a good day. David says snow here in Denver as well. I would imagine we both got the same storm. All right, well, let's get started and take a look and see what's going on here. All right, Ava, Lova, and myself, we did buy silver, a double leverage silver. Setup was back here on the, let's see, that was a different one. Come on now. All right, it doesn't, oh, there we go. All right, bought this back on the 3rd of December, false breakout to the downside, bullish engulfing bar, under 30, over 30, and a V1, bought here at 32.59. It's 31.54. It is up 2.03%, 2.01% today on the day, although currently the trade itself is down 3.07%. Did hit one profit target today at 31.80. So grateful for that. End of day stop is a close under the 30 RSI. We're at 33.86. So that trade is down. Another trade down. Yes, Lova, Ava, Karen, Dynamic Duo, and I did take Citigroup yesterday. Did not respond. The financials did not respond well to the CPI number this morning. Bought this with an under 30, over 30, false breakout to the downside. I like the setup. Bought it at 62.26. It's 60.36. It's down 2.81%. This red line down here is my end of day stop, or my emergency stop. If it had gotten here, I would not wait till the end of the day. I would have gotten out immediately And so I always have two stops, an end-of-day stop and an emergency stop. Hopefully we don't hit the emergency stop, but the end-of-day stop definitely looks like that's going to be triggered with the loss of the 30 RSI. So this is down 2.86%. The Dow Jones, Ava, David, Lova, Dynamic Duo, Karen and I did buy the Dow with the rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought it at 345.80, moved up nicely. Of course, as it moves up, I always take a portion of the profits off. We did get 1.5 ATRs above my entry point, so I go into trailing stop mode. Trailing stop mode means that now if I get a close below the previous day's bar, the low of the previous day's bar, I would sell and lock in half. Currently, the Dow is up 0.34%, but the trade is up 3.75%. PayPal, Lova, Karen, Jonathan, and I, we did buy PayPal, nice sideways motion, under 30, over 30, while MACD was positive. Bought this at 185.05, moved up nicely, got to my trailing stop level, taking off partial profits as we go. Once I'm at the trailing stop level, I have to sell half of my position. Looks like definitely we are going to sell half of the position here today and lock in profits, down 2.22%, and the remaining shares that I have up 1.4%. And then SPY, nice overnight SPY trade. I buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning. I bought it at 466.35, sold it at the open 469.28. So the last week has been a good week for the overnight SPY trade. So I will buy this again today. I will hold it over the weekend, and I'll sell it first thing Monday morning. All right, let's go over to weekly trades. David, Gary, and I did buy the weekly on gold here at 169.82. On the weekly, moved up strong the next week. Of course, I took profits as always. Then big move down here. It closed below both the 5 and the 20. That is the reason I got into the trade. So I sold half at a loss. And then today it looks like the 5 is going to cross under the 167.83 to 167.99. So I will be exiting this trade on this weekly trade on gold, and this particular trade down 1.99%. Twitter, been a nice trade for Ava, Karen, and I on the weekly. We did buy Twitter last week with the intra-bar rejection of the 200. Bought it here at 42.06. Did hit two profit targets this week at 44.43 and 46.79. This particular weekly trade up 7.49%. My end of week stop will be a close below the 200-day moving average. Goldman Sachs. I did short Goldman Sachs about a month and a half ago. We had a double top, bearish divergence, false breakout to the downside, bullish engulfing bar, and a V1. So lots of bearish signals there. Shorted at 407.18. Moved down, hit profit targets. Last week it rejected the 50 RSI. Closed back above. I took half of the short position that I had off remaining here. It is up this week, but this particular trade is up on this particular short 4.16%. XLRE. All right, pretty much the same setup as the short on Goldman Sachs, but this one did not do as well. False breakout to the upside, loss of the 70 RSI, V1 to the downside, shorted here at 47.84. Did hit a profit target last week when it was down, which I'm glad. Right now, it is closing above halfway of the washout bar. That means I will go ahead and cover this loss. This particular loss on this particular trade, 2.49%. And then the big trade of the week was VIX. My gosh, I bought this a month ago, bought it here at 20.97. It went all the way up to 30.29, took profits along the way, got out of half of my position, thankfully. Last week, when we lost the 50 RSI, At that point, the trade was up 25.32%. I have a rule: if I have an under 30, over 30, and it moves 1.5 ATRs from entry, and if it ever comes back to break even, I get out. So the second half of what I had remaining after taking half profits here and after scaling out, I am out of VIX now at break even on the second half, but that was a really, really good trade, at least on half of it. And then on the weekly, we have the dynamic duo. We have Ava, Frank, no, sorry, just the dynamic duo. They bought here at, I believe, 37.60. It's 38.24. It's up 4.76% and also up on the day. All right, let's head over and take a look at day trades. Okay, really nice setup here. Return to value, false breakout to the downside, and a V2 entered today on the 5-minute at 175.81, sold half at 176.27, sold another half right here at the 1 ATR channel, 176.65, and as we got up here to the previous range, the high of the previous range, and a nice other bar, I took other profits at 176.97. So got in at 175.81, out at 176.27, out at 176.65, and out at 176.97. Went much, much higher than that. I did take a short here earlier in the day, false breakout to the downside, V1. I shorted it when it triggered the V1. I shorted at 177.83. I covered half, 177.67 for a nice little profit to the downside. Then I was getting ready for the podcast, and when it got back to break even, I had to get out. So the profitable parts, 177.83 with the short, covering at 177.67. And then Love, which is Southwest Airlines, bought an under 30, over 30, moved sideways for one bar, then it closed below the 30, got out for a small loss, shorted it, went long at 41.79, got out at 41.75. So only lost 4 cents there. Okay. Ava is here. Nice to see you, Ava. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Let's go over and take a look, shall we, at my students' current positions. Leva, nice trade here on Leva, on Shop. That should be a symbol. Leva. V1 rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought at 14.0523. It's 14.47. It is down 3.21% today on the day, but Leva is up 2.96% on the trade, which is most important. ABT, dynamic duo, great trade, sideways motion, 520 crossover, bought at 128.10. It's 133.87. It's up about 1% today, and this particular trade up 4.33%. Way to go, dynamic duo. Fantastic trades recently, really great ones. Frank bought an under 30, over 30 on INDA at 47.23. It's 48.47. It's up 0.31% today, and on the trade up 2.6%. Way to go. MSTR is Steve Burns. Leva, sorry. Under 30, over 30, bought here at 597.27. It's 595.77. It's up 0.66%, but down slightly on the trade. IWM, we have Karen buying IWM back here with an under 30, over 30 signal at 214.47. Moved up nicely, moved 1.5 ATRs from entry. She got out of half yesterday with the close below previous day's low and locked in half. It is down 0.53%. And this particular trade up 2.24%. IPG, dynamic duo. This one's just going straight to the moon. Double test, intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. got in here at 33.18. It's 36.85. It's up 1.01% on the day, and on the trade up over 10%. So let's give a hand to Dynamic Duo. That's been fantastic. Dynamic Duo, this was on the 7th, right? Yeah. Okay, this is a losing trade. Dynamic Duo bought an under 200, over 200 at 74.20. It's 66.39. Oh my gosh, it's down 10.04% today, and I guess about the same on the trade. So that one's unfortunate. Well, Dynamic Duo, nice trade here. Intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average at 79.31. Moved up beautifully. 2 days ago, they sold half with the close below the previous day's low, which I'm glad they did because it's down 1.63% now. And this particular trade, though, is still up 4.24%. BRKB, great, beautiful trade here from Ava. Intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought at 277.50. It's up 1.13% today for Ava, and on the trade up 3.65% approximately. So congratulations, Ava. That's a great trade. Pins. Steve Burns did buy pins with an under 30, over 30 V1 rejection of the negative 30 ATR channel, bought at 38.04. Moved up initially nicely, but big down day today, down 4.75%. Down on the day and also down on the trade. Goldman Sachs, we have Steve and David buying the Goldman Sachs 520 crossover yesterday at 397.99. It's 390.72. It is down 1.46% today. Looks like the 520 is going to cross under. So this one's down on the day, down on the trade. Boeing, Kamal bought Boeing all the way back here at 194. It's 204.98. It's down 1.26% today, but still the trade is up about 5.63%. So that's fantastic. FCX, we have Steve, Ava, and Frank buying the 520 crossover. Steve bought here, what did I write? 38.76. Believe everyone else bought around the same amount. It's 38.33. It's down on the day and also a little down on the trade. Merck, Ava and Jonathan bought Merck with an under 30, over 30 at 73.20. It's 72.30. It's down 0.75% today and also down on the trade. And then ANET, Ava, wonderful trade here on ANET with a 520 crossover in the value zone, 125.50. It's 130.71. It's up 1.59% today, and it is also up 3.96% on the trade. So very, very nice, Ava. Lova is here, says, hi everyone, I'm late. Good to see you, Mike. Appreciate everything you do for the channel. David said a lot of tech stocks closing the gap we had on Tuesday. That is true. There's Karen. Hey, great lesson last night, Karen. Really enjoyed it. You're a wonderful student. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Michael said, were you surprised by the reaction to CPI? The market reacted pretty neutral to positive, it seems. Yeah, I always scratch my head at what the market does, to be honest with you, Mike. I'm never surprised by anything anymore. I can tell you that. I'm definitely not surprised by anything anymore. But yeah, I was a little surprised at how it reacted and how the financials reacted to it. Mike says, even though the CPI gives fuel for the Fed to accelerate tapering and rate hikes. Yep, that's exactly right. That is exactly what the thinking is. All right, Frank has a poem for us. Let me paste this over here. All right, let's see what Frank has to say. We know it's going to be good. What goes up comes down is natural law. Not every day is sunshine, and we all have our flaws. Markets are notorious for pulling punches, not foresaw. That's why traders build with bricks and not straw. Oh my gosh. How do you come up with these, Frank? They're so wonderful. Let's read it again, and hopefully I'll read it better this time. What goes up comes down is natural law. Not every day is sunshine, and we all have our flaws. Markets are notorious for pulling punches not foresaw. That's why traders build with bricks and not straw. And bricks would be good trading fundamentals, position sizing for volatility, end of day stops, emergency stops, profit targets, right? All the stuff that's involved in my trades. What a wonderful what a wonderful poem, Frank. Thank you so much. And Paxton says, thanks, Frank. And Wiener Dog says, thank you, Frank, as well. Hey, I want to mention, most likely I'm going to be gone all of next week. There's a possibility I'll be here Monday and Tuesday for the podcast. I'm not 100% sure, but just so you know, in the worst case scenario, I will be gone Monday through Friday of next week. There will be no podcast. If I can do Monday and Tuesday, I will, but I can't promise because I don't know exactly what my schedule is going to be. So if not, I will see you the following Monday, regular time, and we'll get back in the groove. Tracy says, Frank, do you write one each day, or do you have a book with many waiting to be shared? You are great. Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. I wonder how he does it in the first place, but yeah, whether he gets in, a flow state and can just, writes 5 or 6 and then parses them out, or does it just come each day? That's a great question, Tracy. Thank you for asking that. All right, let's take a look at, before we start getting into anything else, I want to look at the current positions, make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Silver up 2.1% today, down on the trade, but glad we are holding the 30 RSI. I will hold that. Citigroup, not so hot tamale today. Looks like it's going to lose the 30 RSI. I will be getting out of Citigroup today for a loss. DIA, great. Got within like a couple pennies of my profit target, just didn't quite get there, but up nicely on the trade. No trailing stop. PayPal, I will be selling half of PayPal today with a close below the previous day's low, locking in some profits there. And then, of course, the SPY, I'll buy that automatically at the close of the day, hold it over the weekend, and sell it first thing tomorrow morning. All right, so listen, everyone, before we start talking or looking at potential end-of-day trades, before we start taking a look at potential end-of-week trades on the weekly bars, I like to touch on trader psychology each day about halftime of the show. So important, most important skill, the ability to create a plan and follow it. It's really the truth. And I have my favorite Twitter. I have my favorite Facebook channels out there. My favorite poster, of course, of all times is Stephen Burns, who is with us right now in the podcast. Thank you, Steve. And you can follow Steve over at Joseph Burns over on Twitter. Please do yourself a favor. He posts such great information to all help us become better traders and investors. And it's free, so why not look at it? You can also visit his website, which is newtraderu.com. He has great courses. He has great content. You can take a look at his books. But help support Steve for everything that he does for this channel. Go to newtraderu.com and check out his site. It's a beautiful new site, just updated. And then also please follow Steve at @josephburns over on Twitter. So these are Steve's first 5 trading rules for new traders. So if you are a new trader, listen up. These are going to be good. Number 1, trade to trade well, not just to make money. Make sense? Trade to trade well, not just to make money. Learn to trade the process. Fall in love with the process, not the money. If you trade well and you follow the process, the money will come. Number 2, fiercely protect capital. This is so true, everyone. You have to fiercely protect capital. You have to focus on becoming a risk manager. You have to focus on protecting your capital and do it fiercely. If you focus on the risk, again, the profits and money will come. If you focus on the profits and forget about risk, the losses will come. That's just how it works. Number 3, act immediately without hesitation on qualified setups. If you have a good qualified setups, just take action. You have to. You can't freeze. And I would also say act immediately if your stop is hit, and don't think, oh, well, it's pretty low. Oh, it'll probably come back. No. Act immediately getting into your setups, act immediately getting out of your setups. Number 4, only thing worse than being wrong is staying wrong. We are going to be wrong a lot in trading. Happens all the time. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just part of trading. It's part of the process. But what you do have control over is staying wrong. And staying wrong is the worst. You know it's true. It is the worst. I have lived this when my early trading career back in the mid-90s. Only thing worse than being wrong is staying wrong. Number 5, if confused, see rule number 2. Number 2, fiercely protect capital. I really don't care what you do. I really don't care how you trade other than getting out quickly when you are wrong. What you do to the upside, that's really a subjective, personalized approach. It really is. And if people have different approaches than me on the upside, that's fine. Some's going to win. There's others that are going to lose. But as far as getting out quickly with your stops, that's what has to happen immediately. So number 1, trade to trade well, not to make money. Number 2, fiercely protects capital. Number 3, act immediately without hesitation on qualified setups. Number 4, only thing worse than being wrong is staying wrong. And number 5, if confused, see rule number 2. Isn't that great? Thank you so much, Steve Burns. Helpful for me, and I hope it was helpful for everyone else as well. Steve says, my Matic trade, which is crypto, is up 27.27% from entry. Fantastic trade, Steve. Frank says, thank you, Greg, Paxton, Karen, and Tracy. Michael says, debating whether to hold short on Qs and oil. I haven't hit my stop loss, but it stings to be on the wrong side of the trade. It does. My answer to that would be, what was your initial trade plan? Where did you say that you were going to get out? That's what's important to me, Mike. And if it's, if it's not there, then maybe it's not there. I'm not telling you what to do, but I think the best advice I can give anyone is create that plan before you get in the trade and then just stick with the plan. In this case, you haven't hit your stop loss. So again, I'm not telling you what to do, but those are my thoughts. Steve says, great rule, Steve. I agree. Frank says, I write them each day, Tracy, sometimes just before the podcast to be relevant. Well, they're always relevant. They are always relevant. Yeah, that makes sense because they are so relevant to what's going on. Dave says, Frank, I figured out you doing very spontaneous because they are always applicable to the day. Yep, that's right. Michael says, QQQ is hitting $400. Is that right? Pretty round number there. Oh, you think it's going to hit 400. Gotcha. We're at 397.12. All right, let's get started. Home Depot on the daily. I am interested in a short on Home Depot. I was interested, not so much now. We have a high with tall MACD bars. That means this move up was very strong momentum. We pulled back into some red. We went higher on less green bars. This is called the double top and a bearish divergence. We have the big down bar here. We're right about halfway of that. My idea was to short this if it closes under 70 RSI. Right now it's 70.03. I won't be shorting this if it closes above 70 RSI. If it rejects the 70 RSI today, I will short this based upon the double top with the bearish divergence and the rejection of the lower high 70. I like this trade a lot, but it's going to have to close under 70 RSI in order for me to get interested in this. THC is a nice setup here for sure. One of my favorite ones today, I believe this was from Leva. Karen, if you're watching, we were discussing higher lows last night, and here we go. We closed below the value zone. We came into the value zone. We pulled back. We tested the -1 ATR channel. We created a V1. Looks like we have a 520 crossover. This looks good. Let's head over to the weekly and see what's going on with the weekly. Weekly is neutral, in my opinion. It's here in the value zone, forming a V2 as well, which is good. So I do like, if I can find my pen, I do quite like THC today on the daily, and I like Home Depot also, but it's going to have to, Home Depot is going to have to close below the 70 RSI. Love, which is Southwest Airlines, has a double bottom bullish divergence. However, no trigger. Has to go under 30, over 30. I had it up here in case it did, but it doesn't look like it's going to, so nothing there. Philip Morris has a higher low V2 as well. MACD is positive. Let's see what did not reject the 50. I still say I like THC better than Philip Morris. Tesla, we have a higher low V1 rejection of the 50-week moving average. I don't like the big down bar on Friday, so I am going to pass on Tesla, but higher low V1 rejection of the 50, but it also has rejected the -1 ATR channel, not in the value zone. Budweiser. Budweiser has a higher low V2. We moved in, we closed below the value zone. We moved way up. We pulled back. We created a V2. We had kind of a big gap, but we did fill part of that. Looks like this rejected the 50 RSI, so probably not going to do anything with Budweiser. FIVE has a higher low V1. I think the day one bar is larger than 1 ATR, but it did test the 200-day moving average also. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly's okay. I mean, it's neutral. There was a lot of big down moves here. It's up 1.02% today, which is nice. I think I'm going to pass on that one. ATEN. Oh, this was on the weekly, wasn't it, Ava? Yes, yes. Let me put this over here. ATEN. ATEN. Let's try it one more time. ATEN. Okay, so not going to look at that one on the daily. Oh boy, what did I do? All right. Now I'm really messing it up. Sorry, everyone. And then the other one, NTLA, it's consolidating here, going sideways, rejected the 200-day moving average. 520 crossover is in place. I'm sorry. Rejection of the 200 is in place. We have a MACD crossover. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, nice bullish engulfing bar. We did reject the 1 ATR channel on the week. I don't like that one as much. My two favorites here are Home Depot. Let me write this down. So daily, Home Depot, possible short, but only if it closes under the 70 RSI. And then THC, higher low V1, THC. Okay, and now let's run over and take a look at the weeklies. Alibaba has an under 30, over 30. We're right in the middle of that big bar. We did go under 30, over 30 on the weekly. We also rejected the -1 ATR channel, which that's good as well. Let's take the higher time frame, the monthly. Did this go under 30, over 30? No, it did not, but it's near the -3rd ATR channel. Remember, 92% of prices bounce there. I think I'm going to pass on Alibaba. Disney has an under 30, over 30, and a V2, and a close back above the 100-day moving average. It is down today. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly has the big half bar to the downside. Last week, we're not there yet, but I think I'm going to pass on Disney as well. We have Merck. We are at support. We did reject the 200-day moving average. 200-day is 72.21. We're at 72.33. On the day, we're down 0.75%. I do quite like Merck actually here. I did back test it. It does back test well. So I'm going to write this down so I have it all on one little sheet. Where'd my Merck go? Okay. All right, and then also Verizon did test the 250-day moving average. It bounced there. It looked like we went under 30, over 30. No, we bounced right at the 30. And let's look at the weekly. Weekly, it rejected the halfway. I think I like Merck the best. So my potentials today are going to be Home Depot as a potential short on the daily, THC potential long on the daily, and then Merck as a potential long on the weekly. And hang tight for one sec. I got to take care of something. It's always this time of the part of the program, but I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Okay, we have about 15 minutes to go. 400 your stop loss. Okay, makes sense, Mike. Steve says DDM has a 1030 crossover. Let's look at DDM. It's double leveraged Dow Jones. 1030 crossover on DDM. Yes, the 1030 crossover happened. It's not yet quite to the second ATR channel, so that definitely could be a good trade. Mike says Monday will be interesting to see if we have follow through into the Fed on Wednesday. Steve says UDow has also a 1030 crossover, so that is going to be similar. Yeah, I believe that's the 3 times leverage. All right, so AGQ, one more time here. AGQ looking good, looking fine. Glad it's up today. We'll be holding that. CCC, definitely losing the 30 RSI. I am going to go ahead and get rid of CCC right now. And locking in that profit, unfortunately, loss, excuse me. All right. So C is done. DIA's doing fine. Maybe hitting a profit target. That would be wonderful if it could get there. Very close. 360.10. We're almost there. Come on, baby. PayPal. I'm going to sell half of PayPal with the close below the previous day's low after reaching the 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. So that's PayPal. I'm going to go ahead and sell half of that right now. And then SPY, that's on autopilot. Home Depot, still above the 70 RSI, 70.22. If it rejects the 70 RSI, I will go ahead and short that. THC, looking really good. I like THC the best for the daily right now. All right, and then Merck on the weekly, as long as it closes above the 200, 72.21, we're at 72.40, so that looks like a potential for me on the weekly. So I am interested in shorting Home Depot, but only if it closes under the 70, and right now it's over, so if it closes above, it's a no-go. THC, we'll be buying this with a higher low. V1, really great setup here, Lava. Thank you for sharing that with all of us. And then Mercky, 72.21. I will be buying that as long as it holds above 72.21, and we're at 72.36. Wanted to take a look at Bitcoin. Yesterday we went under 30, over 30. Now we're going, it looks like we're, this closes at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so another possible close above the 200-day moving, 250-day moving average, which is a good risk to reward ratio for Bitcoin. So just wanted to show that for the Bitcoiners and crypto people out there. Oh. Thought I was going to forget, huh? Gold. I have to get out of gold on the weekly with a 520 crossover. So I'm going to go ahead, take my loss on gold right now. Get out of that. So have to get out of the losers, everyone. We're going to have them, but we have to get out of them. We can't let them grow, like Steve said in the 5 rules for new traders. So gold is gone. Twitter's doing fine, up 8.53% this week, so nice move there. Goldman Sachs, I am still short Goldman Sachs and will stay short. XLRE, I've got to get out of XLRE with the close back above halfway of the washout bar. And then VIX, I already got out of VIX at break even today after the big move up. So glad I definitely took half there. The Dow, I just hit a profit target. Thankfully, my favorite part of the day is making the profit targets go dash dot. All right, so my all taken care of. AGQ holding. Citigroup, I got out. Diamonds, hit the profit target, still in trailing stop mode, nothing to do. PayPal, I took half profits on PayPal. Home Depot does not look like it's going to close under the 70 RSI, but we still have 9 minutes to go. THC, I will be buying THC and most likely Merck here. 72.21. We're at 72.42, so that looks good. Okay, I'm going to buy Merck right here because I have a lot to do at the end. Okay. So Merck's taken care of. All I'm really looking for here is Home Depot, 70.26. It's possible it closes under, but I'm going to have to wait. And then I'm going to buy THC here as we get closer to the close. Man, lots to do on Friday. All right, Steve. Tracy says, that's amazing, Frank. Steve says, I exited pins for a 3.02% loss. I exited Goldman Sachs for a 1.85% loss. Both closed under yesterday's low. Steve is long DDM 78.46 after the 1030 EMA crossover. So Steve is long DDM with the 1030 EMA crossover. Frank says, you are very kind, Tracy. Poetry thrives in its mystery. Written like a poet. It's great, Frank. Thank you. Five, 6. 5, 6. All right, Home Depot. Well, it could close below the 70. It's 70.20, and then THC. Gonna go ahead and buy THC here. We'll just get this out of the way so I can focus on Home Depot. Okay, that's all good. All right, so I bought Merck. I bought THC. Just waiting to see if Home Depot will close under the 70 RSI. And if it does, I will short it for a good risk to reward ratio. Home Depot looking very close to possibly closing underneath the 70.07. $70.08. Okay. 4 minutes to go, everyone. Frank says, sometimes it's enough work just protecting the gains we've accumulated. I agree with that. That's the job for sure. Doesn't look like Home Depot is going to close under. So won't be doing anything with Home Depot. THC I already bought. Merck I already bought. Okay. I think I'm good. We have 1 minute to go, everyone. 1 minute. Fifteen seconds. All right, there we go. That is it for the week. Boy, what an end of the week. Holy smoke. So, all right, let's see where I bought my stuff today. I bought the overnight trade, or the over weekend trade in this case, at 470.74. I bought THC at 75.88, and I bought Merck at 72.41. Okay, so I can get rid of Home Depot. All right, so SPY bought at $470. 74. Okay. And I bought THC at 75.88. and I bought Merck at 72.41. Oh, that's on the weekly. All right, so how are we gonna do this? I guess we'll do it this way. 72.41 on the weekly, and I'll make this green for me. Okay. I did get out of Citigroup. Half of PayPal. SPY, we talked about that and talked about that. All right, so I think that's it. So listen, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, if they would like me to update those on the board for you, go ahead, put them in the live stream chat. I will get to those in a minute. Just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. And I teach a great course. I can promise you that. I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I've been using for the last 25 years. I teach you step by step. The course costs $1,750, but it's worth every penny. It's 15 hours of one-on-one instruction, which is really the best way to learn anything, is one-on-one with your instructor. 5 sessions. Each session's 3 hours. That's where you get the 15 total hours. So if you're interested, I promise you're going to be a better trader. I know $1,750 sounds like a lot of money, but you're going to learn a skill that you're going to be able to use the rest of your life. It's very important to me that my students succeed, so I put a lot of energy into it. So if you're interested, just send me an email. The email's in the link of this of the description of this video, of this YouTube video. Send me an email. Say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I'll say, fantastic. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is free. It's not a sales call. I just want to learn more about you and your trading challenges, your goals. It's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And when we're done with our Skype call, think about it as long as you want. And if and when you're ready in the future, just email me back and we'll get it set up and away we will go. Secondly, I have a really great course available on udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Approach. It's a really popular course on udemy.com, and the link is in the description of this YouTube video. There's 9.5 hours of video, 15 study guides, 26 videos total. You get so much content. And the best news, it's only somewhere between $12 and $15, and And if you're a new trader, I think it's a great way to start because it's affordable. There's so much content, and I teach you step by step how to trade the deep dip buy strategy, which is my favorite. So the link's in the description of this video. If you have a week, if you don't have anything to do this weekend, watch it. It's going to make you a better trader, I promise. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know that there's some valuable content here. So if you did find something valuable today, if you could hit the thumbs up button before getting on with your weekend, I would really, really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Steve is out of pins. Okay. And he's also out of Goldman Sachs. Okay. He is long DDM, which is double leverage Dow. And we will put on here, oops, that's not what we want. Here we go. Steve 520, excuse me. 1030 EMA cross, and Steve is in at 78.46, so already in the money on that one. Okay, David is out of gold, GLD on the weekly. Yeah, that one didn't work out for us. Okay, there's David. And probably Gary too. I haven't seen Gary. Okay, so we'll get out of gold. Ava is out of C. Yeah, that one just didn't work at all. In THC. In Tesla, 1/2. Hope that one runs for you, Ava. Oh, 1/2. Okay. Tracy is out of C. ASAN. Out of well. Nice trade, dynamic dual on well. And in THC. Wiener Dog is out of the VIX weekly, as am I. It was fun while it lasted. Out of C. Half PayPal. Sold 1/2. And in THC. Okay. Tracy said, look at us all buying some good old THC. Yep, that was my first thought when I looked at the ticker symbol as well, Tracy. Frank says, funny, Tracy, hope the money doesn't go up in smoke. Bam. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Anyone else have any updates for me? Who do we still have in C? There's Lava. I kind of doubt Lava's still in there, but I haven't heard from him. What's going after hours here? Apple's down a penny. Silver's unchanged. Dow's unchanged. Merck's down 9 cents. SPY is down a penny. THC's unchanged. All right. That. So again, everybody, very likely next week I will not be doing the podcast Monday through Friday. There's a possibility I may do it Monday and Tuesday, definitely not Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but there's a possibility, but I don't know for sure. So play it safe. Just assume I'm not going to be here Monday through Friday. If I am, of course, I'll post a link. But if not, have a good week trading. Hope you follow your plan. I hope you get real particular on the trades that you take, position size, right? Look for those confluences, combination of indicators. There's lava out of C. C was no bueno. Out of shop. Okay. Out of half a PayPal. Okay. In THC. At 75.11. Oh, nice. So it looks like you had a day trade earlier and you morphed it. 75.11. Nice trade in there. Tracy says, thank you all. Have a pleasant weekend. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Paxton. Karen says, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Ava says, a week without Greg. I don't approve. Well, I haven't taken a week off for a while, so you guys are going to be just fine. Like I was saying earlier, just make sure you look for, your position size correctly. You look for those confluence of signals. You look for the good risk to reward ratios. You honor your trading plan. That's what it's about. You guys are going to do just fine. And Karen says, have a great week, Greg. Thank you very much, Karen. Many thanks and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you, Ava. Hope you have a nice weekend as well, my friend. Okay. Well, listen, before we go, let me read this to you. This is from Martin Kornfeld. I like to read this every day. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is from Martin Kornfeld. It's a nice thing. We should go out and try to do one nice thing every day for another human being. If we could also go out and do something nice for an animal, that would be twice as good. It's just a good thing to do. And one day when you need it, maybe somebody hopefully will be there for you as well. But yeah, it's something I try to do every day, and it's been a good thing for my life. And, consider doing it yourself as well. Tracy says, it's not only a week without Greg, it's a week without each other. Yeah, that's true, huh? Greg, okay. Okay, Ava, thank you. I just got that message. And we will catch up on that for sure. All right, well, I think that's it, everyone. Have a good weekend. Be good. Have a good day, too. Be good. Be safe. Drive safe. And do what you're supposed to do next week with the trading. Be interesting to see what the trading week brings us. And I'll be watching the market for sure as well. So thanks again for coming. If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button on the way out. I would really appreciate that. And you are welcome, Leva. Thank you for everything you do as well. So take care. On the way out, I have to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.